If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please consider hitting the like button. It really does help the video out, even if I don't deserve it because I'm terrible at video games. And if you want to follow me on Twitter for absolutely no reason, the link for that is down below. If you do need any coins, head over to u7buystore.com. Use the code TVM at checkout for a discount. The link is in the description. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Road to Glory, the FM Road to Glory. I forgot what it was called. We are Cumbrae Celtic in the second tier of Welsh football. We will not be here forever. Just want to reiterate that. Some people, despite the fact that I said it 4 times, a little bit confused as to what the whole point of this was. We're starting from the bottom with the most basic coaching badge possible. Turns out I could have started without a coaching badge. I didn't realise that. I do apologise. I've just put in a request. I say just, it was probably like 3 in-game weeks ago. Put in a request to do another coaching badge. Thought, might as well get the ball rolling. The more qualifications we have under our belt and the success on the pitch will potentially lead to a better job. Now, I'm not looking at jobs just yet because we've only just started, right? We're probably going to have to do a full season, maybe even a little bit more, but we'll see what we can do. We've started life pretty damn well. We obviously lost to Llanelli in the Cup, which wasn't good. And then we drew 1-1 in our first game of the season. Then we beat Avonlido 1-0, beat Trevellyn 2-0, beat Goitre United 3-0, so we did really well there. Pontypridd beat them 1-0. Swansea Uni, we went 2-0 down in this game in 13 minutes. I changed a few things and we were by far the better team. We took the lead in the 86th minute to make it 3-2, and then I did the Football Manager sin of trying to shut up shop. You can't do that. In Football Manager, very difficult to do it anyway because the game hates you when you try and go defensive, but also because we're such low down, like the team is so bad, we're not favourite to win any game. We are still tipped to be relegated, despite the fact that we've won the majority of our opening games. But yeah, trying to shut up shop against a team who are better than you on paper, it isn't going to work, and we conceded in the 91st minute to a Luca Wilmot goal. Very frustrating. And then we just beat Tathwell 1-0. Very frustrating game, this one. They are in the relegation zone, and I think they're tipped to go down as well, or at least be in the scrap with us. And it was a struggle to get that goal. We were all over them. We had about 13, 14 shots. We played particularly well, but we just could not get the ball in the back of the net. Up next, we play Britain Ferry. I thought I'd come back for this one because they are 4th. They are pushing at the top of the table. And then it just makes sense to come back for Llanelli because, of course, we lost against them in the Cup, and it would be nice to get some revenge, wouldn't it just? They were actually top of the league up until recently, and they've kind of ballsed it up a little bit. So as you can see, Meechan, our top goal scorer and the league's top goal scorer, he's also the top performer. Absolutely no surprise to me whatsoever that one of our fullbacks is one of the better performing players in the league. It's what I set up to do. Matt Brown, most assists. He, of course, plays on the right-hand side, not to be confused with Lewis Brown, I think it is, who's in the middle. Jack Perry, top 4, not top 4. He has 4 clean sheets, as does Nicky Lee Bulmer, who plays for Ammanford. I think Ammanford are going to be, not at the moment, but I think Ammanford are going to be one of the teams we need to look out for in terms of the top flight here, or the top position. We're currently 1st, as you can see. We haven't lost. Touch wood, that doesn't change. It will. I did say at the very beginning that I wasn't actually looking to win the league. I didn't think we had it in us to do that. And I still don't, but I do feel now that we are good enough to be in that top half of the table, even though the press don't think we are, and even though the fans don't think we are. I personally think we're good enough to be in that sort of top 8. Whether that actually happens or not, I'm not sure. But as long as we can finish well clear of 13th, I'll be happy, because that's the media prediction. So if we can finish above that and not get drawn into a relegation scrap, which with 17 points from 7 games already, I don't think we're going to be drawn into that, I'll be happy. Not looking to get promoted, but it's something that will be in the back of my mind. Llanelli play Port Talbot. Port Talbot, where are they? Ooh, relegation zone. Tathwell are now bottom, thanks to us. Who are behind us? Cambrian and Clydach. They play Pontypridd. Yeah, I do apologise if I spit in your face. while doing this series, because if you do speak Welsh, you'll know full well that spitting comes part and parcel. Where are we? What are we doing? I've made some new signings. I don't even know. My manners, where are they? Let's go to... brought in a lot of players. I've had to get rid of a few as well. So George Jenkins has gone out on loan to Monmouth, who play in like the 4th tier of the South. It's so confusing. The 4th tier, but South Wales. Jai Junior Johnson has gone to Corwen. No idea where that is. Corwen, I'm guessing the English would say, but that's in the north. He's gone on a free. The reason that I'm the reason I'm letting these players go, because I can say no, is because they're on like between £5 and £15-20 a week, which to us is a lot of money, and we're spending a whopping £2 above our wage bill at the moment. So I'm trying to get a couple of players off it so that we are within our financial constraints. I brought in a lot of players. Now, a lot of these are on 0 contracts. They literally play for us for the love of playing football, which is just the case with this low down. We don't offer them money. We just say, hey, would you like to play for us? They say yes. I stick them on the bench and never use them. Travis James, right? 19 years of age, very good defender. Brought him in because one of my defenders left. Is it Powell or the other Powell? Or I can't remember. Hewitt. Yeah, Hewitt left. He was a backup. Then I went for someone else, and Buckley took him, because Buckley take everyone. So I had to go and get someone else. But luckily, Travis James is actually a very good centre-back for this level. And I brought in a fair few of these players as well. James Reese and Callum Bratley are the two that you're likely to see more of, because they are actually in the starting 11, or thereabouts anyway. He's going to play on that left-hand side instead of Nicky Ward, or in rotation with Nicky Ward, because Nicky Ward is 43 and his physicals are really struggling at the moment. So, yeah. And then James Reese, who is only 16, but look at that passing, look at that teamwork. Yes, please. And we're not paying him anything. Oh, no, we're paying £5 a week, sorry. Paying him £5 a week. A whopping £5. Let's go to team selection. So, where is he? James Reese had a little break in the last game. He's going to come back in for... is it Lewis Brown? It is Lewis Brown. I think that might be the only change I make. Jack Martin was on the left side, but I've actually favoured Bratley, who scored an absolute screamer in the game against Swansea, by the way. It was outrageous. And I think that's going to be what we do. We're just going to go into this game. We're not going to like... I don't think I'm going to be doing the full games like I used to. I might just sort of skip through it in terms of editing, but I just chop it up. Depends how exciting it is, really. We do tend to get a lot of highlights because of how, free-flowing the game is. Defenders make mistakes, balls get through on goal, and strikers take chances, or at least take shots. I've said that 15 minutes in, no highlight. Honestly, first game of the season where this has happened. It's taken to the 34th minute, but finally we have the ball and we can see it. Thomas to Reese, the 16-year-old in the middle, has been dispossessed by someone. Meechan takes it, our top goal scorer, over to Bratley. He can score, and he does. He knows where the net is, that kid. He is a very good little player. Not on any money, so he'll probably get stolen. To be honest, like I said, because this is a kind of it's almost like a journeyman. That's what it's called in FM. If you're from the FIFA side of things, because obviously this is, or used to be, a primarily FIFA channel, then you won't know that the FM Road to Glory is essentially a journeyman, where you start from nothing and you journey all the way up until, you're one of the best managers in the country. Kind of. Bit more to it than that, but more often than not, that's generally what it is. I've put a Road to Glory spin on it because, it differentiates between me and an actual FM player who knows what they're doing. But we are 1-0 up at the break. I've just noticed that Ammanford have scored against Taftswell. Of course, we just beat Taftswell 1-0, but it's Lee Trundle. Lee Trundle is so much better than the level of football that we are currently playing in, and that's why I think Ammanford are going to be a very good team in this season in this league, because, like I said, he's not meant to be there. He's meant to be either top of the Welsh Premier League, or he's meant to be in like a sort of Vanarama kind of setting, Nicky Ward has a knock. What's wrong with him? Lower leg injury. probably quite damaging for a football player, that. Let's get Alex McDowell on. Not that I know anything about McDowell at all. He was here when I joined. He can't cross. That's why I didn't want anything to do with him, because he doesn't know how to cross the ball. I have individual instruction on players. If you're interested, I can go through it. I'm adapting it as I go, because the system that I had for Brentford in the previous save, even though it's the same formation, I'm changing a few of the player roles and I'm changing the individual instructions based on what my players are capable of doing and based on what I believe is the best way to score in this league. Because in a top flight situation, it's much different to what we're doing now. You know, it's so scrappy and it's not pretty. Even though, you look at it and you think, well, this is the same quality as what you were doing in Brentford. And, I mean, if you played against Brentford, we'd get absolutely slapped. McDowell ball into Meechan, holds it up. Bratley's there. It's deflected in. The linesman doesn't want to know. Of course, there's no VAR at this level. Evans gets his goal. It did probably pop up. Was it an own goal? Don't know. If it was an Evans goal, it would have probably popped up with how many goals he has this season. I think he's only scored like twice. But Bratley again. I mean, it looked like an own goal. Came off Gardner, I think. But Evans is claiming it. Well, it's gone down as an Evans goal from what I can see, which is interesting. Yeah, he hasn't scored many this season. Oh, hello, we got a highlight. I was about to make a sub, but ball thrown in to Brown. There's Reese, the youngster. Andrews with a ball, and there's been a push, and the referee has pointed to the spot, and you'll never guess who was pushed. It was Bratley, and it's going to be a second yellow card for Daniel Alfie? No idea. Alfie, let's go for that. Meechan steps up and he scores. He missed his last penalty, so that feels good. 3-0. Who'd have thunk it? I tell you what, I don't think it's as difficult down at this level. I've said it now. But no, I don't think it is that difficult at this level to put a decent team together. And because everyone is so bad, all you need is one or two players with some semi-decent passing and defensive stats. Like these defenders here, right? If we look at the... Oh, hello. If we look at... There we go. That's what I wanted. He has... You don't need to see most of it, but like he's got 14 tackling and 12 marking. My other centre-back has got 11 tackling, 11 marking, 13 heading, good jumping reach. They're not very quick. They don't need to be. They just need to know how to tackle. And that's all they need. The higher you go up, players need more things. But on this level, so long as they know how to take a ball from someone, that's all that really matters. And that is the difference between struggling against relegation at this level and actually getting promoted. Whether we can stay in that Premier Division where teams are a little bit better, who knows? In terms of subs, I don't think I want to do anymore, to be honest. I don't want to rock the boat. I do want to praise the boys for being 3-0 up away from home against Britain Ferry, though. Don't need to see a replay of the penalty. Let's praise them. They don't care. They do not give a toss that they are 3-0 up away from home. Well, that is that's the kind of bunch I've sort of moulded together here. Let's take Bratley off. He's had an absolutely sensational game. I've put a bunch of players together that are just not happy with themselves that they're only 3-0 up. They want 6. Ball play down to Walsh on this right-hand side. They have 10 men, remember? Last time I played a team who went down to 10 men, they scored, and then we couldn't get anywhere near them. I'm not quite sure why. Ball comes out to Evans, who can't run for love nor money. Meechan can. Ball played over. It's terrible ball. Harris knocks it down to his goalkeeper. Plays a long ball over to Jones, and that's what this league is all about, and it's a goal. You just thump it and hope for the best. I'm not going to change anything because if I do, I will concede 2 in 5 minutes. If I stay where I am, I'm hoping the boys will sort of wake up a little bit. Can I make another... Alex McDowell's now taken a knock. Are you mad? I don't have a third left back. Well. That is problematic. I'm going to bring on Travis James for McDowell. No, I can't. I've already made 3 subs. Unlucky McDowell. You're going to have to live with it. I hope it's not anything serious. Bruised thigh. Problem. We won 3-1. Did the red card help us? No. I think the red card probably hindered us slightly. I don't know how, but it just does. 20 points. Top by 4. Clear of Cambrian and Clydach. Ammanford move up to 3rd. I told you, they are dark horses. Lee Trundle with a goal. They only beat Taswell 1-0 as well. So did we. The team to play Llanelli looks like this. Only one change, and it's not even like a first team change. It is that Dominic Connor, who I didn't even know existed until this moment in time, comes onto the bench instead of Alex McDowell, who of course picked up a knock in the last game. Apparently, Nicky Ward is fine to play. Had to take him off, but he was only out for 2 days. It's been a week, so here we are. Not going to make any other changes to play in this game because I have confidence. I don't really. We are going to lose at some point this season. It's just a case of who we lose to. I am fully expecting it to be against Llanelli. We're actually favourites for the first time this season, and I don't know how they've come to that conclusion. We are favourites for this game, albeit by the smallest of margins known to man. Llanelli on the ball, Lewis to Bowler. Back to Lewis, out to Price. Can he put a good ball in? He's going to knock it back to Lewis. There was some space there, but he's knocked it into the centre of the box. Kopp, who scored an absolute sensational goal against me last time in the Cup. It was deemed offside, but it was from there. Daly through on goal, and it's in, and the linesman doesn't want to know, so that is going to count. Unfortunately, Llanelli doing what they do against us, and we can't get anywhere near them. I can't remember. No, I know exactly what I did. We were losing like 3-4-0 in the last game when we played them, and how I combated it and how we got back into the game was we slowed it right down. We're already doing that, so unfortunately, there's not an awful lot we can do here. I'm just going to have to encourage and hope that a change in mood can help. Here is a corner. Brand whips it in. I don't think we've scored a corner this season. Bradley Millward is at the near post, and he makes it 1-1. And like I said, I don't think we've scored a corner this season. So what a time for him to do. He's completely unmarked, and it's a very easy header. And it's one of the reasons why he's in the team. Not just because he's got good tackling, but he's got good jumping reach and decent heading for this level. In fact, it's one of the best in the league. So that was definitely a reason for me to pick him up. But straight from kickoff, Daly is through, and he took far too long to hit it. Honestly, our goalkeeper barely has hands, so I don't really know why he didn't just shoot. But at half-time, no, not yet, Ward with a throw-in. I mean, this is full of action, anticipation and all sorts. Swansea have equalised against the team that I can't remember the name of, who are in second. So that's positive news. If it does finish 1-1 here, and it finishes 1-1 there, it won't be that bad. People demotivated, apprehensive. Let's get on with it. Let's see if we can turn this into a victory. We're going to have another highlight straight away. I feel like this second half is going to be absolutely riddled with highlights. Daly through on goal. This guy is a danger, that's for sure. Ball played back to Price, but it's cut out. Ward smashes it up to Evans, who cannot run. Don't try and run with it, Evans. You are there for height and shooting only. Ward plays it into Meechan. What a touch! And it's a goal. That is a phenomenal touch from Meechan. What a player. When I started this save, I actually thought about getting rid of him because I never keep him, ever. But when I looked at the other available players, there weren't any available that were better than him. And I thought, you know what? Let's keep him. And he is the top goal scorer in the league, and he is by far our best player. What a touch, what a goal. Clydach have gone a goal up against Swansea, so it's actually really good that we've gone and scored that. We need to cement this. Ward on that left-hand side plays the ball into Meechan, who's there again, but he is offside. The linesman has his flag up. That would have been absolutely fantastic. Britain Ferry have just conceded, I've spotted on the left. So that is going to push them further down. The league is turning into a three-horse race. Clydach, ourselves, and Ammanford. If things stay the same, it is looking like one of those three clubs are going to be up there competing for it. The fitness levels in this team surprise me. Going back to Premier League football, people need to come off in the 50th minute. This low down, they're like, run me into the ground. That's bad news. I'm nervous now because we don't have that prowess up front. We do have quality on paper, but Lewis Brown's going to come on in the middle here for Reece because Reece's stamina does let him down. He has the raw talent, but he doesn't have stamina or any sort of physical ability whatsoever. Last 5 minutes, it's not time to shut up shop. This game hates it at this level. It is going to be time to make another sub, though. I'm tempted to bring on Travis James for... Annoyingly, I'd want to take off John, but John is the only one with fitness. I'm going to take off Evans, and I'm going to put him in there as another centre-back. I'm going to play no-nonsense full-back defend, and I'm going to make James a central defender cover so that he dips between the two. Piers is going to stay there up front by himself, and generally I think we can maybe go into wasting a little bit of time. I don't want to do that whole let's just run the clock down, because it doesn't work. Speaking of which, we are running the clock down. 5 minutes of stoppage time, please, Jeebus. Are we going to make it over the line? We are. We have beaten Llanelli 2-1, which is something that I honestly didn't think I would be able to do, given the fact that we lost 4-2 to them at the start of the season. That is a one hell of a result, considering our top goal scorer went off injured. Now, the question... Oh, Britain Ferry have lost. I thought they went a goal up. They did not go a goal up. So they're down in 9th. They are out of it. Ammanford drew 0-0 with Pontypridd, which is a good result for us. And then Cambrian and Clydach 1-2-1. Question. Meechan. How long is he out? I'm going to say 2 months. I don't want to click this. 2 weeks. That's okay. I can handle that. Pulled ankle ligaments. Ouch. 2 weeks, though. Nicky Ward with yet another man of the match performance. Just essence of Barisic coming through there, I think. Let's have a look at the league a second. Where assists? He's not there. Matt Brown has more assists than anyone. And then we're not there again at all. So our fullbacks have got some way to go to live up to Barisic godly status, but they're getting there. 9 unbeaten. I don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. I tell you what, we're doing well. We are doing so well. We play Ely in the first round. Oh, that is now. All of a sudden, it's gone from Britain Ferry and Llanelli being a couple of the top clubs, and I thought I'll come back for that because they're good teams. They kind of fell off as we played them, and now Ammanford and Cambrian have come to the sort of brink, and then we play them in like 2 games time. So I do apologise. I won't be coming back for this because it's far too soon. It'll take ages to get through the season otherwise. I'll come back further along. Only 2 games in December, so a bit of a break for us. Only 3 games in November. Have to account for games getting called off around winter at this level as well, because obviously there's no undersoil heating. The groundsman doesn't really exist. It's me before games. So yeah, games do get called off quite regularly for weather, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, we'll see how we get on. I think... when is World Cup next year? Pretty sure it is, right? So yeah, I don't know when we're going to come back, but hopefully when we do come back, the league will look a little bit, well, a lot more healthier. I mean, to be fair, it looks fantastic anyway. The only team in the league yet to lose. Good goal difference, good points, 4 points clear. Looking pretty damn sexy. Let me know if you're enjoying it, because I am. I'm quite excited to see where we can go from here. Like what club can we take on next? Because obviously I chose this, but it's going to be interesting to see where I am level-wise and what club is willing to give me a chance at what level. I don't want to move sideways. I'm not moving to another Welsh club, and I'm not moving to a league that I think is on par. I want to progress. So I won't leave unless there is a way up. In terms of this, I mean, realistically, I need to be looking at international jobs as well. So at the moment, nothing available. Job security-wise, again, just international club. Not going to be looking at reserve or anything like that. We are looking at... Oh, so there are jobs available. So JD North, Cymru North, which is obviously we don't want to go there. We don't want to go to the Atricity League, realistically. The 3rd tier of German football isn't really that appealing. And then down here, Haverfordwest in the Welsh Premier League is available, but I don't really want to be moving there either. And then the Vanarama National League, which I think is a step up, but they are in the relegation zone, and it's Wallstone. So, yeah, maybe not. Plus, you know, we're in a good position right now. I don't want to move. If I can get some silverware, I will get some silverware. That's another thing as well. Trying to get as much silverware along the way is definitely going to be part of this. It's not just, I need to win a Premier League or Bundesliga or whatever, and then Champions League and a World Cup or a European trophy. I want to try and win things along the way. So, yeah, good start. Hopefully we can keep it going. If you have enjoyed this episode, do me a favour and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.